And we're back. Hey, everybody, my name is Jared Bendis, and this is CES 2021, virtually, episode 7. Oh my God, I'm at episode 7. Episode 7. I try to keep the episodes down to about 45 minutes apiece, where we are going through the... Go watch the other episodes. Go listen to them. Turn in every so often. Going through the curated, semi-curated. I went through and looked up companies that I'd heard of or looked cool, and I'm guessing, and some of them are cool. I've not looked at these things yet, so we'll see what happens. Let's continue where we left off, which is at Treasure Hunters. Ooh. And I clicked it because it's cool looking graphic. Look at that, Treasure Hunters. Let's go ahead and see what they've got for us today. Treasure Hunters. Again, wait for it to load. Share my entire life story with them. There are 2,000 vendors at CES this year, or exhibitors at CES this year, and I don't know how many I'm going through, but the answer is a lot. And it's kind of fun to go through this list. Turn the world into a giant treasure hunt. Mobile geo-tracking and gamification-based application, representing the next level of digital marketing. Oh yeah, I've seen kind of these things before. The hunt for mostly high-priced real-life treasures in luxury hotels. What? What? Is this like Pokemon for non-Pokemon people? I'll go for it. Let's take a look.
So Diego, tell me what Treasure Hunters is. Tell me all about it, how it works.
Well, it's the best game in the world because it's like a kind of Pokemon Go, but instead of hunting just Pokemon's creatures, you will be able to go outside, do your workouts, and walk around, and maybe sometimes find some great treasures.
Okay,
and
you get
for
stuff.
the user, it's really great, but also for the business partners that we have, which will offer the treasures because we can physically bring people to their stores.
So it won't be just treasures. Like I'm not just collecting little, emojis on my augmented reality screen. It could be like, oh, I found a television. I'm going to get a real television.
That's it. So it's really a treasure hunt. And when you do a real treasure hunt, you're not going hunting for an emoji. You're going hunting for something which has a value. And all our treasures have a value of at least, let's say, $200. But we have also big treasures who worth tens of thousands of dollars.
Like, yeah, I found a Rolex in the woods. I really found a Rolex in the woods.
Really, it's yours. So if you find it, it's yours.
All right. So why am I sighing so heavily? Yeah, investor brochure. That's why I'm sighing. I knew that's where it's coming next. So when you look at this type of technology, you've got to ask yourself, when you play Pokemon, what do you get out of Pokemon? And the answer is you get satisfaction. You get to level up. But everything is in game. Everything you do is about your character in game. There's no real world activity that goes along outside of it in terms of the monetization. It's kind of a strange thing. And I'm going to sound a little moralistic here for a moment, but I want you to think about it from a moralistic perspective. If you play a video game and you put money in that game, you do not expect money to come out. You expect to be able to play the game, you hope it to be fair, you hope to get satisfaction, but the idea is your motivation is to play the game. And if the money goes in but no money comes out, we don't call that gambling. We don't. We call it a video game. Matter of fact, if you at that perspective, a video game is a slot machine that never pays out. It's what it is. And from a legal perspective, that's what it is as well. However, the moment you can receive something on the other side of it, it triggers something else in us. And so the idea is that if I can put money into the video game and money can come out of the video game, well, that's called gambling. Now, I'm sure they have done their due diligence, but there's some monetization going on here. I mean, I could be wrong, and I'd have to download the app to find out. But if at any moment there is pay to win, if there is pay for special effects, in other words, if I am the consumer, if this is all ad revenue based, if this is all about Burger King putting out things so that I can find Burger King and I've got to pay a dime and Burger King is giving away freebies, that's fine. But if their business model is that I'm going to pay to play the game, the way that Pokemon's business model is that I pay to play the game. Matter of fact, I just heard about in one of the forums, people were adding up how much money they'd spent on coins in Pokemon in real world dollars. But if money comes in so that money can come out, that worries me. And it worries me because the government doesn't take the U.S. government doesn't find that funny. So let's take a look. I'm going to click on it. But I was going to say, if you're seeing the skepticism on my face, they're not the first person to go, I've got a great idea. I'll put out a game and I'll give things away and they'll put things in there. And all right. And it's not in English. All right. Is there a button to make it in English? All right, there's an Indiegogo campaign telling them they'll be launching in the U.S. Oh, that's the other one. All right, this app that sends you on a treasure hunt to win real prizes coming to you. After a successful year in Switzerland with 1,000 prizes handed out, Treasure Hunters is landing in the United States. No more running this way and that all over the place, tracking little virtual creatures called Pokemon. Again, do you have to call it out? We already know. You didn't have to tell us. Go on exciting real world treasure with your cell phone and take home incredible prizes. Get ready to win video game consoles. Win. Our team. Our history. Yeah, people have come up with some of these things, but I just don't know if I want to know how this is. Okay, let's just see what happens. Users hunt down partners. Launch of a quest. How the quest works. I'm waiting to see where we have to spend money. How to win. All right, so you need keys. Using your coins. All right, there you go. I'm out. This is despicable. That's despicable. No, it's despicable. Boost to narrow down search engine. You can make your search area smaller by using your coins or by watching a video ad. This is a pay-to-win system. This is gambling. I'm sure their lawyers will tell me it's not gambling. My opinion here is that this is probably a form of gambling, and my guess is that at some point they're going to get busted, and they're not going to get busted by the feds so much as they're going to get busted by the app stores. Apple and Google are very, very strict about how the monies go in, the monies go out. I'm sure they've got some way of working around this, and we'll see how that works. And by the way, I'm in Cleveland. Wait, you got Cleveland on here? Come on, really? What is it? Los Angeles, San Diego, San Jose, San Antonio. Like seriously, Chicago, Detroit, Columbus, but not Cleveland. Right? These people have never been in Ohio. I'm just going to tell you that way. Yeah, all right. Silly. They've dissed me. All right, now let's take a look over here. Let's keep scrolling. And, all right, they got McDonald's Corporation in America. That's good. So they must have something that says this is kosher. But assume for a moment that I'm wrong. Assume for a moment that I'm wrong and that it is all kosher. Is it still? Is pay to win? Who's it for? They won't let children play this if children can buy to get materials out of it. So it's really interesting to see where the age ranges and stuff in this. Where's the okay, let's go to the FAQs. I want to see if the FAQs are there. Now no, there's no FAQs about this. All right, so I spent a long time on this because, again, app development that involves money going in and money going out is something that I often speak about because, in-app purchases really encourage the worst of people. In-app purchases are cater to the worst forms of a gambling addiction there is out there, and if there's a possibility of actually getting real items out, it just goes through the roof. So even if somehow this is legal, this is probably a great business project, a business model for them. It does worry me. It just worries me as a person. All right, so we'll go from there and see what ends up happening. All right, my God, wait, where am I at? I've got so many windows open. All right, treasure hunters. I spent like 10 minutes on treasure hunters. You know, even if I don't like an app, there's still a lot of things to talk about it. Let's take a look at VTech lasers and sensors. And by the way, the fact that I can have these conversations, you know, with you is part of this. That's one of the reasons why I like doing these types of things, because I think a lot of people don't spend the time having the conversations as we should about some of these products. There's a lot of these products that you have to ask yourself, what are the socioeconomic things? What are the psychological things that go along with them? So they develop custom solutions for new applications in photonics and the Internet of Things. They're a company that they're business to business. Cool though, but not what I'm looking for. Next. Now I mentioned, I think in the very first video, that I am not Mr. Hearing Aid, that there's ranges of stuff that I don't know about. And for some reason, I clicked on this. So for me to talk about hearing aids, I don't know for the hearing aid market to go one hearing aid is better than the other. And so I was like, oh my God, there are things called hearing aids. And they're like, yeah, they've been around. But what are we looking at here? We here is India's first. Well, I guess that makes a difference if you're in India. Hearing care company, more health friendly, care brand, hearing wellness brand, open ear experience. Oh, these look like bone induction headphones. That's interesting. So they're bone induction hearing aids. I'm assuming they're bone induction. Yeah, they look like bone induction. That's pretty cool. All right, bone induction hearing aids. Neat. Next, Voodoo Augmented Wood. I don't know what Augmented Wood is, but I'm going to find out. Oh, by the way, going back to the other one, if you're going to do a demo video where you're like looking like you're in a teleconference and it's really low res and it's really messed up, you record your video and then you mix it in post so it doesn't look so bad. So many things wrong with the way these people pitch products. Anyway, I mean, like, I'm here doing critique, so, you know, I could, like, you should have cleaned up your background. I'm not selling a product right now. I'm selling me. Voodoo was founded on the idea that humanity will live in greater harmony with our planet if our material wealth comes from the most renewable resources on Earth, wood, and not from harmful materials like concrete or plastics. Voodoo is a new industrial paradigm that creates natural wood from regenerative forestry and high-tech materials. This is a strange thing. I'm going to hit play on their Voodoo. Let's see if it's Augmented Wood. All right, digital wood paneling. I don't see the color accuracy as a thing here. I see wood grain over everything. I'm going to have nightmares about this wood grain. I'm going to watch a movie, and when I'm done, my eyes are going to be burned in with the wood grain. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing if that's the aesthetic. So it's a TV that has a wood face instead of a plastic face? I gotta stop this. There must be something else here. Wooden control panels. So I would okay. So I wish the show was open so I could go. Are you a veneer company? Are you selling sheets of veneer to put on things? I don't see. I mean, I understand the aesthetic. I know that people would enjoy this aesthetic. I don't see how this aesthetic is changing the world. It's just an aesthetic. It's people are like using, wood as their top level surface versus plastic or glass. I don't know. And I'd love to find out like what the biodegradableness of it happens to be. I mean, will the wood I'm asking more questions about this than I should. I should have watched it, said, I don't want my screens to have a what's it called, a wood grain texture on them, and move along. All right, Ergonomics. What is Ergonomics? I like ergonomics. I think ergonomics could be one of those things that I looked up. Haptics is good. Ergonomics is good. So weird. So weird when you look at some of these companies. Like, what were they, like, again, some of these things, I just shake my head. And that's the thing, is I click on the back. Ooh, wait a second. I'm okay with that. 3D desk is a dream desk, and the world's only. Oh my God, the world's only. They had me at world's only. 3-dimensional workstation that has a structure that leads you to have a correct posture. You know, if I need a structure, and this is the part that I want to go back to. If I need a chair that will make me stand up straight, when you say you're the world's only, does that mean that if there were two of you on the market, then you wouldn't be any good because that wouldn't be the only one? Your product's feature is that it does what it's supposed to do. The fact you're the only one that has that feature is nice for you, but as the customer, I don't give a damn. I give a damn what the feature is. You can sit there and say, you can look around, you're not going to find one as good as ours because nobody else makes it. But to say you're the only one, I don't know. It's, I'll take a look at their stuff because I'm interested in ergonomic displays.
Study, play. Play with 3D Desk. Broadcast environment and space construction for YouTubers, online streamers, video creators.
So I have to point out they're showing children, and there's a thing when it comes to showing videos of children for products that necessarily aren't for children. It's to make the things look bigger than they are. That's why in the McDonald's commercials there's always children holding the McNuggets because they look bigger in a child's hand than they do in a person's hand. Why are they showing a child in front of this professional workstation? Like, and the other thing that's really annoying me here is the video is interlaced. The video has got these horrible interlacing artifacts. You just said production machinery, and look at all the lines. Look at all the lines. What kind of camera are they filming this with? Who uses an interlaced camera these days? And does it come with the... Okay, there we have an adult. It's probably a short adult just to make you get away with it.
Inspirational working environment for musicians and artists. Full of excitement with dynamic gaming on wide triple monitors.
So, oh my God! If I was when you see people playing games in triple monitors, they don't want a long monitor. They want to be in the damn thing. They're way too far away from this. It's way too far away.
You can do anything on a 3D desk. Enjoy like a pro. 3D desk.
Also, who names their product 3D? In the world of 3D, that's like saying, you've just named your product to be invisible in Google. Let me look up for 3D desk. You'll never find it, right? That's like literally going like, I'm going to name my mouse mortgage, mortgage loan. That's my new mouse. It's called mortgage loan. You should go find it. No, you'll never find it. You've picked. Oh my God. I would make a lot of money if people would just send me these things ahead of time to go, you're being an idiot. All right, so it's a desk with a tower thing off to the side, which is sort of any pro gamer isn't putting their tower under their desk. They're putting them where they can see them, where they can access them. That's where they have lights and cooling fans and whatever. It's just so far away. And you're like, why haven't you moved on yet? That's the other thing. Why haven't I moved on yet? Because this is a train wreck. Yep, this is a train wreck. Arkham Studio. Next. Oh, I think we're back on the A's. I think I'm looking at gaming stuff now. I don't know how this one worked. All right, let's keep going. Oof, not a. Wait, episode 7. I haven't found a winner yet. This is not good. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say that. Some of the episodes, I've had some real winners. But all right, Arkham Studio is a specialized agency in gamification and new technologies. They're missing a period. For 5 years now, we have supported lot of different clients, across the country, and setting up interactive. Okay, so there's typos in their plug, and I want to point that out again. You've literally, this is maybe I'm not your target audience. Your target audience is whoever you're trying to work with. But if you are paying money to have a page and you've got 3 sentences, you've got this many characters, and I found at least 3 typos in your one sentence, what does that say about you as a company? No offense to Arkham Studio. You could have the coolest thing ever, but right now you've put your worst foot forward. And it's a show reel. I don't want to see a show reel. I'm not. I'm torn. I'll give you 30 more seconds. All right. All right, this is generic. This is generic video as possible. I am done with these guys. Oh my God, I hate everybody today. Oops, sorry about that. I had to pause for a moment. You saw the lights dim. That's the universal symbol of answer your goddamn phone. All right, so let me come back over here. There we go, back to normal. And we will move away from Arkham Studio. And I'm sorry, Arkham Studio. I know you probably think you're cool, but I don't agree with you. All right, DigitSole. I know DigitSole. Let's take a look at what DigitSole has to offer this year. So funny. I think we've done 2 companies, and all I've done is diss on them. I must be in a mood. It must be that time of day where I hate everything. I don't hate DigitSole. DigitSole is a French startup world leader. I love that. They're a French startup world leader, and that's true, by the way, both of them, in connected insoles for well-being and healthcare. What they have is these smart insoles for your shoe. And, I mentioned earlier about, do you need these things that are constantly looking at you? I mean, and the answer with some of these is yes. And I'm going to let it do its explaining, because as these things get smarter and smarter, if they can keep up the manufacturing, there's a lot of things that you can do with these types of technologies. Let's take a quick look.
Smart Insoles, les premières semelles connectées multi-applications pour vous aider à améliorer votre activité physique au quotidien. Les semelles connectées Smart Insoles vous permettent de comprendre et de suivre facilement la biomécanique de vos mouvements pour une pratique plus respectueuse de votre corps. Avec 40 jours d'autonomie, vous pouvez
40-day battery life. That's nice.
En fonction de vos activités ou de vos envies.
All right. How does it work? The walking and running applications are genuine coaches, analyzing all the data from your movements and creating your walker or runner profile. That's actually pretty cool. Functions. By analyzing over 10 biomechanical parameters, the application provides a stride quality index and customized tips. Be aware of and improve your mobility while anticipating injury risks. And that's the cool thing, by the way. Use the segment function to see for yourself. I can't read that correctly. The added extra. No need to take your phone with you when you go out. Who doesn't have their phone with you? Collect your activity data when you get back home. That is pretty cool. Make your shows connected with smart insoles from DigitSole. So DigitSoles are pretty awesome. And actually, when you think about what smart insoles can do in terms of watching your gait and tracking your stuff, but also, I know that not this company, but other company that had these, were having them where if you were on a construction site and your feet were up for a certain amount of time, they assume that you'd fallen. And that's a big one as well. And you start thinking about all these things that these types of things can do. Interesting that they used a subtitled video. Let's take a look and see if they're for sale yet. I know that they've been around. I've seen them before. I would love to try them. I think that this is the type of stuff that, what I like about this type of technology is that you find out things you didn't know about yourself. Is that you find that, like, oh my God, I bought it for one reason, then you find out there are other things going on in your life, and again, that's kind of neat. The fact that there's a shopping cart is good for healthcare professionals, for everyone, for companies. I'm an everyone. Discover our products. So walk active, run, and warm series. So what do they have here? Stay up to date, subscribe. I want to buy something. Sell me. Sell me. Where can I buy them? Okay, I clicked on it. Oh, there it is. Buy. All right, watch the video presentation. No, I just want to buy. I'm ready to buy. Size. Uh-oh. I have no idea what size I am. I'm not a European. All right, so let's assume for a moment that we're looking at these things. What you're looking at is they're 100 euros. So they're $100. You know what? My Dr. Scholl's are 45. And so that's pretty good. But I'm going to say, I wonder if they send them to the U.S.? Free delivery, DHL. That means they're going to send them to the U.S. I would love to see this. You're like, yeah. No, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I would love to know more about what it would say about me as a human being. As someone who's got some medical issues, I think that's pretty neat. So yeah, DigitSole, you're on the list. You're on the list of good tech. I love smart these sort of smart tech things. It's the little things where someone said this and someone was like, yeah, that's a good idea. So look, I don't hate everything, folks. Dragonfly. What does Dragonfly do? All right. Yes. You may learn everything there is to know about me. Boy, you think about how much walking I've done at CES this year. I've sat on my ass now for 10 hours. No, that's kind of a weird one. So Dragonfly makes really, really, really cool drones. And I know this because I have seen their drones before. Let's take a look. Oh no. Please don't be xenophobic here.
Fleets of Chinese drones. And the primary concern is data security. So whether it's a drone manufacturer or whether it's chip manufacturers, we're seeing it across multiple industries, but certainly the drone industry, because drones are so effective on collecting data and being able to transmit and communicate that data, that it's really become a national security concern. This is really the opportunity that is now opened up for drone manufacturers in the U.S. Now the challenge is that there's basically no U.S. drone manufacturers left, save a handful of them. Of that, Dragonfly is one of a few North American-based manufacturers that has the capability, experience, and intellectual property to actually capitalize on this $600 million opportunity.
I'm sure his investors are thrilled by that. I'm not. You know, everything he said may be absolutely accurate, but, you know, buy American because you have to is not. I mean, yeah, is that your lead-in? Your lead-in is that you should buy from my company because, you know, Chinese. I mean, and I talk about not being xenophobic. There are companies I can't work with because they're overseas, because they're never sell their product over here, because they're looking to me to form strategic partnerships with them, things like that. But when I see a video like this, or when I see, made in America, and I go, whoa. I mean, yeah, I mentioned in an earlier video, buy local. Work with a local vendor, work with local developers, that kind of stuff. But it isn't, there's a real Chinese or evil sort of thing. And even if everything he said was true about the government saying it, there's a real sense of impending doom in this. It's sort of like, hey, it's good for our business that these Chinese are evil. I'm sorry. I find this type of marketing offensive. I do. We're, you lead in with your lead in. What makes you good is not that the Chinese are bad. It's not that the government has banned the Chinese. You led with a problem, not a solution. You didn't lead, and I know you're like, well, it's not your problem. It's not your solution. It's not like the Chinese made bad drones, so we make good ones. That's not what you said. That's not the point. The point of the matter is you're a drone company. You make drones. You're an American-made drone company, and that's great. But I don't need to hear about how, hey, since the Chinese screwed up, we're swooping in. Again, that's what you say to your That's what you say to your investors. That's great. Is that what you're looking for? I mean, that's the kind of thing. I don't know what you're looking for here. This is a consumer electronics show, and you're trying to sell consumer electronics. Again, I don't know who you're marketing to. I'm a little disappointed. Let's find out the next one going, we're a Chinese drone company. No. I know I'm really harsh today, but again, you go through so many of these. And by the way, if this was at the show, I would be getting more and more cynical as I went along, because I would be like, oh God, please leave me alone. Also, where's the swag? I don't have any swag. No one's giving me anything. They develop a control system using 5G communication ICT technology that can test drone driving capability using LiDAR systems. All right. So this is cool, but it's not for me. But it's cool, so we're going to play. This is so. That was a beautiful video. I have no idea what it means. Was that real? Okay, so it's an esports stadium that caused the illusion of online gate system. Like, was that a real video, or is that CG? I have no idea what I just watched. It was cool, and I'm moving along. You had one choice. All right, Game On, made by gamers. Great. I want chefs involved in the cooking products. I want educators involved in the education products. I want gamers involved in the gaming products, but not necessarily the lead. Oh, okay, I know these people. They make accessories. Oh yeah, this is some good stuff here. Yeah, they make accessories. Okay, they make monitors. They make other gaming cases. Boy, I have a real issue with gaming cases. This is just me being an old man. But it's sort of like, I've had to explain to people before about gaming cases, and they're like, "Why?" I go, "It's just, it's like putting a custom paint job on a car. I never did that either. I'm not putting flames on the side of my Tahoe. I'm not going to put colored lights on the side of my computer. I spend all my money on my computer trying to make it be as beefy as I can be. I don't view the computer," and that goes back to, I mentioned material culture in another video. I don't view the computer as a material culture component, because I really view the computer as the thing that houses my data, and that data is something that I love and caress and keep going. I want to make sure it goes from machine to machine, but I'm not really viewing it as like, oh, this machine is important to me. It's not. It's a data on the machine that's important to me. I like monitor arms. I'm surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got I love monitor arms. As a matter of fact, the big question when you get a monitor arm is what do you do with the base for your monitor? Do you just throw it away and say, monitors are cheap, by the time I need to put the base back on, I'm going to throw it away? But yeah, it's been a big one for me. Matter of fact, if anyone watches this video, in the comments, tell me if you throw away your monitor bases or not. The glass gaming desks are pretty cool. I'm not going to deny that. The glass gaming desks are cool. The gaming chairs are weird. I am a real fussy person when it comes to gaming chairs. I sit in a lot of chairs, and Let's put it that way. All right, that's cool. Game On makes cool stuff. Garmin. It's so funny that I'm bringing up Garmin right now. So where I work in a library, and we lend technology, and I get to pick the technology that we lend. And it turns out that all of the GPS units that we lend that are like 1 million years old died. Like this week, someone went and tested them all, and none of them were working for years. And the question is who needs a GPS in today's day and age? I mean, my God, they don't even have a description of what Garmin does. Good on them, right? We're Garmin. You better know what we do. But, you know, with the GPS in your phone, why would I need GPS? And the answer is there's like geologgers and other types of things. But I'm curious to know what it is that they're selling. So let's find out how Garmin, which is a huge name, I mean, really their name in GPS products, how are they selling themselves right now? Okay. So you do realize that that video is so generic. It could be for GPS units, tampons, or diabetes pills. It said nothing. Wow, it was completely vapid, folks. That was awful. And all right, so they have running products. I don't know what the Mark collection is. They have cycling products. What does the Mark collection do? Forged from our DNA. Really ugly, their watches. All right. They're nice watches. See, this is the part that kills me. Garmin, if you're watching, I would love to talk about your product, but you didn't show me your product. You gave me platitudes. Yeah. So this is the thing where Garmin doesn't get on my list because I can't do anything about it. There's no product here. I mean, I'll go visit Garmin later when I'm shopping for GPS units because I like Garmin, but this is not a good foot forward. And again, a lot of big companies are there just to go, we're here, bow down to us, and that happens. What the hell is Goonies? I know what Goonies is. Is Goonies like, and that's the Goonies logo. So what is going to happen when I click on Goonies? I have no idea. Not the most successful episode. Episode 7 is going to be a weird one. I'm going to get sued for episode 7. I must have disparaged somebody along the way. All right. Okay. Goonies was founded in 2014 as a special smart device maker based on R&D. Yes, because we base our materials not on R&D. That's the thing. Anytime you see a sentence, say what happens if it's the opposite. It doesn't make any sense. Develop customized smart painting device such as smart palette. Now that I'm interested in. This is nice. Like, I, again, hate the words. And I'm surprised Goonies isn't trademarked by, the Goonies. Let's hit play. I'm curious. Actually, this is the kind of thing I like.
Kids stuck at home for months.
Daddy, you look so pretty. Come, wake up, play with us. Play with us. Wake up, Daddy.
Let your kids' imagination run wild without the mess.
they if you're gonna show the video, this would be like the dog needs a treat, and they show the guy eating the treat himself afterwards. Yeah. All right. Beyond the horrible production, I love the product. I absolutely love the product. This is great. It's a great idea. I like the idea of an external piece of hardware. I like the physicality of that. I like what it does. I like that it's got the little color things in there. I think there's a lot of potential for what it is. I know it's just a button board. I know it's relatively simple when you look at it that way. But this is the kind of thing that is important. It's a game changer. It's an accessory. Accessories are good things. So I'm gonna give Goonies a thumbs up. Yeah, I like this. I'm actually okay with this. It makes me wonder, like, what you can do. Like, what is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 12 color palette and certain buttons. But yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm absolutely fine with this. How do I buy one? Like, yeah, I'm gonna click on Gmarket and see what it says. Like, does it let me buy one? All right, there you go. It's 10,000 something or another's. I hope I have some Korean friends. Let's go to NPay instead. Now it's 29,000. It went up in price. I don't know what to say about this. Let's try Coupang. 27,000. Boy, this place really ranges in price. And oops. All right. So, in all honesty, here, let's take a look at what their PDF looks like. All right, I don't need you to tell me. So they've got, okay, I complained that you want to start with a problem. This is not the problem, folks. Nobody who's got this problem is going to be solved by your product. See, that's the thing. This is not a kid who's like, well, if I had an accessory on my iPhone, I wouldn't destroy the house. This is bad parenting. So you can't equate the two. This is a hyperbole at its worst. This is where you start. Smart palette, smart device. It gives a tactile feel, smart art. I'm cool with that. Affordable price. Yeah, I like that. I'm assuming, by the way, that the content packs are add-ons that you have to pay for, which I hate, but it's good business. Yeah, 169 colors. Oh, look at that. They got the little color palette here. Photo sketch function, you can draw. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. I really do like this. I hope they do well. I clearly they're looking for an American distributor, an American partner, and as much as I can not like, yeah, this is what I want. I would love to see what this looks like when marketed. If there's a Korean company, I'd like to see how the Korean companies are marketing it properly, not what somebody thought would be a good sales pitch. I have a feeling that somebody sold them a line of goods I want an American audience wanted to see. Yeah, so this is really nice. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Clearly they're looking for partners, and I really hope they find it. So I'm going to give them a nice big shout out. Terrible video, but a really, really nice product. I have no idea how much that really costs. I'm assuming it's reasonable. Everything except for their marketing material seems actually reasonable. So good on them, and we'll go from there. Matter of fact, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take the email address so I can sort of thank them later in person. So thank you very much for a good looking product. And again, I don't know how you got away with going with Goonies, because it's a movie. It's a major movie. It's, there you go. All right, Hatch Duo. Let's take a look at Hatch Duo. You know what? No, we'll do it. We'll do one more in this. We'll do Hatch Duo. But I'm really, you know why I'm doing it? Because right now I've only got 2 good items in this. I've been ranting about everybody, so I want to give myself one more opportunity to do something good, which means that this is going to be so crap. I'm going to click and go away. Let's just see what we find here. All right, let it load, let it load, let it load. Hatch Duo is a small product design team, engineering team, or studio. Their studio. All right. There's no. I don't need to talk to a design team. Good luck to you and your design team. All right, that's it. That's episode 7. I think I can finish. Well, maybe I can finish this part of the thing with episode 8. Oh my God. There's some good stuff coming up, though. I know it's coming up. So, hey everybody, my name is Jared Bendis. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow, share, all the type of good stuff. This is CES 2021 virtual, and I'll be back with episode 8.